Mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all well and I hope you're having a great day. So in today's video, we're back on the Racing Green, getting the engine all ready for the head to go back on. It's nearly finished now, but I run into some problems with the starter motor. So sit back and enjoy. Right then, I'm deep into putting the car back together. I thought I'd share this with you. So yeah, I've got the fuel pump on, I've got the chest plate gaskets, water pump. I'd put the starter motor in and I thought I'd just make sure it still turns over okay, and it wouldn't turn over, it was lock solid. So started panicking for a moment. First thing I started was with the starter motor. Took the starter motor out and it turned fine. So then I thought maybe I've got the wrong starter motor. So I went and triple checked. It is the right starter motor. I checked the number of splines, that matched, etc. What I actually found was when I bolted it up, this lip on the inside of here was jammed against the flywheel. And if you actually look at the height of this lip here, it's probably 4 or 5 mil. Whereas you look on the other starter, on the inside there, it's probably only a few mil. So what I actually ended up doing was just dremeling out a cutout of here, and it works fine now. It's not the problem with that casing. I did think it was a casing to begin with, and I guess there could be something deeper wrong. It could be it's not the wrong flywheel. I don't know. I really don't know. But I know people have said it many times again, the parts nowadays are never as good as they used to be. Obviously, I've voided my warranty on that if I want to send it back now, but I just want to get the car sorted out. So we'll put that in, we'll test it, but I think it's just this lip here is just way too big. And then just belts and braces, I just took it out again. As you can see, I put some red grease on that contact point there where it was contacting, put it back in, spun it over, made sure none of the grease transferred. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, maybe it is the wrong starter motor. Don't know, maybe it's me being an umpty. Get in the description and let me know. But that fits and works now anyway. Right, it's back in. I've got to say, guys, it is so annoying when you get stuff like that. This has probably wasted a good hour of my time now. I've turned it over by hand. We'll just check it quickly with a starter motor. Turns over fine, so yeah, so annoying, really is. Don't know whether anyone else has had that problem before, but yeah, it all seemed to be to do with the height of that inside. Maybe some cars, some flywheels it's all right on, but on mine it wasn't. Right, full on day in the garage today, pretty much all day. Feel like I've achieved so little though. It's just got to that point where you're just hunting for brackets and bolts and everything like that. And you can see the state of most of the bolts, they're horrible. So they all need cleaning up and degreasing. Trying to find if I can find new bolts, but sometimes it's quite difficult. Lots and lots of parts, wire wheeled, cleaned up, hammerited. It just takes hours and hours and hours to do stuff like that. But it's worth it. Radiator's looking good now. That's all been done. I masked off that Rover sticker, which is, I just wanted to keep that for a bit of originality really. So yeah, full on day. I have achieved stuff. I've bolted bits back on the engine, but it doesn't feel like I've achieved a great deal. But the box of bits is getting less and less and less. Right, God knows where we got to. I've just been cracking on with stuff. I've almost got to the point I can't do much more. Slave cylinder's on now, and I've bled all that up. That's all good now. Clutch seems to work fine. Engine steady bar in. New bushes, they are a pain, real pain to do. I fitted a new earth strap on there. Obviously distributor in, very roughly set the timing, static timing, starter motor in, alternator in, oil filter housing, radiator fan, cowling, etc. Yeah, fuel pump. I've ordered some heat tape for here, or some heat sleeve. So now all that's really left, apart from fitting the head, is the brake setup. So the servo, the bracket, this all needs cleaning up. Although these pipes are, they're okay. The ends of them are a bit knackered. I will probably make them out of Cupra nickel brake pipe. I replaced a clutch slave already. I was going to keep the brake master, but can you see how much corrosion has built up on the end there? I did just put it in a container, and obviously the brake fluid's leaked out of there, and brake fluid, I can't remember the word, it attracts water, so where that's had brake fluid on it, that's corroded. So I did plan on refurbing that or cleaning it up, but I think it's 2 years that's been out of the car, and if it's corroded like that on the outside, who knows what's happened on the inside. So I think I'm probably going to replace that safety critical item. Apart from that, just bits and bobs and brackets and things like that. Did actually get out in the Tamora today. The weather's been absolutely rubbish, so really enjoyed a little drive in that. In fact, I took it for a drive to go and pick up this CO2 meter, a Gunson's gas tester. I'm just checking it at the moment. Seems to be all right. Seems to be working. I need to calibrate it each time you set up. It come up on Facebook Marketplace for 65 quid. I don't know whether that was too much or not. I've just looked on eBay and they're about 60 odd quid on eBay, but I went and picked it up locally. I mean, probably not the most accurate thing in the world, but for setting up a carburetted car, it's probably good enough to get it there or thereabouts that you need for the MOT. I've also bought a carb balancer as well, that I ordered off Facebook Marketplace. Weirdly enough, I need the carb balancer. Can't remember what it's called. It's called like a volumetric tool or something like that. It measures the airflow into the carbs. I need it for the Racing Green because it's twin carbs, and I actually need it for the Tamora as well. So although the Tamora doesn't have carbs, it has 6 individual throttle bodies, all of which are individually adjustable, the butterflies. So you have to balance the throttle bodies on the Tamora as well when you service it. So that will come in handy for both cars. So I think that's it for now. Paul's down on Sunday to bring the head down. Hopefully it's just a case of plopping it on, filling the coolant up, starting it up. I've got the exhaust to fit on yet. There's some bits that don't work now. I've got the wiring all connected up. Half the dashboard isn't working, which is a pain. It is actually a second-hand 3 instrument dash, because it had the walnut dash in there. So I've got a new instrument pod, but I think it's knackered, so I might have to butcher it and use bits from one from the other sort of thing to make it good. Right, just to finish things off, a bit of an unboxing. You know things are getting real when the unboxing includes a can of super unleaded. So yeah, that's the point I'm at now. I'm going to be filling the fuel tank up soon, getting ready to start. So just very quickly, I've got a set of ARP head studs. They're the best quality you can get. I spoke a moment ago about the synchrometer. This is for balancing the carburetors. I actually bought this off Facebook Marketplace for 25 quid, which is an absolute bargain, because everywhere else I've seen them, people have been asking like 65 quid for them. And this looks brand new, this one. I think the guy said he'd only used it once or twice. So that's going to come in quite handy for the Mini and the TVR. Right, just some silly bits now. So we've got a nice alloy dipstick. I didn't want to put the old dipstick that's in there. It's just a horrible original one. So we got a nice alloy dipstick. Yeah, again, we are getting to the end now. So we got some antifreeze, mini spares antifreeze actually. Not that it makes any difference, I'm sure. But some mini spares antifreeze. I've got a joiner for the heater hose. I did put a joiner on there, but it wasn't exactly the right one, so I've got the right one now. Just bits and bobs now. New temperature sensor. Old one worked okay, but might as well just replace it for what they cost. An oil pressure switch. heater take off for the top of the head. The old one, yeah, it's okay, but a little bit crusty. It would have probably done again, but what's the point, eh? Let's get a brand new one. It's gonna look much nicer. New gasket for it. A couple of drill bits, because I'm always breaking drill bits. And then finally, the most expensive bit, but I definitely think it's worth doing, is a new brake master cylinder. Green tag, AP, original equipment. So yeah, no point messing around with brakes. So there we go. Hopefully, is that the last unboxing? There's going to be another one, isn't there? There always is. There's never a last unboxing with a Mini. There's always something else that needs ordering. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is really great to be back out in the garage and working on the Racing Green. It'll be really, really nice to get it finished off. And I think in the next episode, we should be getting it running. So tune back in for that. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. And we'd be back. I will be back again soon. Cheers. Bye.